Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bernadette from Burn Stitches. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. I just got back from Hobby House yesterday afternoon and I'm here to do my recap before everything falls off my head. It was a very magical time. I am beyond exhausted. I got home yesterday afternoon after a very long day of flying. Um, so Hobby House is located in Victor, New York, from what I remember. Um, it's in the Rochester area, so I had to fly into Rochester. So going home, my flight path was Rochester to JFK and then JFK straight to SFO. And my flight out of Rochester was at 6 a.m. And so I was up at 3 making sure I packed everything, didn't miss anything, things like that. And 3 o'clock Eastern is midnight PST. So by the time I got here, I was beyond exhausted. I also had a middle seat for both my flights because I booked the cheapest fare out of there. And so you book the cheapest fare, you get the middle. Luckily, I'm pretty tiny. So it's not about having elbow room. It's just, I was exhausted. So sleeping like a mummy in the middle is a little, it's a little tiring. My neck kind of hurts. It's pretty sore. But yeah, it was a very magical time. It was like a wonderful weekend. I had such a great time meeting everybody. There were a lot of people at this retreat. This is the biggest retreat I've ever been to. There were 285 retreat attendees, plus the guest designers who are Beth Twist from Heartstring Samplery and Paulette Stewart of Plum Street Samplers. And then we also had some special guest designs. So we had Teresa Baird, who also sent us so nicely a bonus stitch, which was super nice. And then we also received a pattern from Annabella. So that was super fun. There was a live band, and then the people at Hobby House was super nice. I love the MC, David Mills, Kathy, Todd. He's basically pretty much, like David said, he's pretty much a celebrity, but he was very helpful in getting everything for me when I went to go shopping. So, so let's go through the recap. This video is going to be Flosstube Extra. Also, an unpack with me because I only unpacked my toiletries and dirty clothes out of this luggage. I left every stitching related in here because I figured it would be fun to go through my suitcase and show you everything that I brought over. So I left my house Thursday morning at 3:45. I was very nervous I wasn't going to wake up in time and just sleep through. And I was extremely nervous because there's only a few select flights to Rochester. So if I miss my flight, I am going to be in big trouble. So I basically put like 5 different alarms, like spanning every minute, just to make sure I don't sleep through. But you know what? I was so excited that I barely slept that night anyway. So I ended up actually waking up at 2:50 in the morning. I was supposed to wake up at 3:30. But no, I woke up at 2:50. So originally I was going to try to go back to sleep, but then I figured, no, if I go back to sleep, this is when I'm going to miss my flight because I will sleep through the rest of the alarm. So woke up at 2:50, got ready. I did a schedule for my lift and she came early. She got there at 3:30, but I wasn't ready till 3:45 because it took so long to get out of bed. It was so hard. And I was trying so hard not to be too loud to wake up my husband, but I'm pretty sure he woke up. It's fine. Yeah, got to Oakland and my flight there was pretty chill. And then I landed in Vegas where I met up with Jordan, the tattooed stitcher. She is my roommate for this trip. We're very good friends, and so that was super fun. She was waiting for me at the gate when I got out, and then we ate our breakfast and early lunch. It was like 8:30. But yeah, I had Shake Shack. She had like a sandwich. And then yeah, after that we went to our gate, and we pretty much saw a bunch of stitchers. So we knew one of our other friends are going to be there. Her name is Sherry, from, I almost said Share Bear Don't Care. Share Bear Stitcher. Um, and then Beth Twist was there as well, catching the same flight. So I felt good. I was like, the event can't start without Beth, so we'll be okay. And then there were quite a bit of stitchers at the on the plane over there. You can pretty much tell the um based on the bags that they carry. A lot of them are quilted bags. You can pretty much tell who was going to the event. So that was fun. The flight was very turbulent. We at one point hit a giant, like a dip. It was kind of crazy, but I didn't really get a lot of stitching done on the train. As you guys know, I have tendonitis right now, and so it was very constricted. And the flight there was packed, so every seat was full. So Jordan and I took the island middle. I took the middle, but luckily the person in the window seat, he basically kept to himself. He was super nice. So when we were about to land, the pilot told us that if you're on the right side, go look at the window because you might be able to see the Niagara Falls. But unfortunately, Jordan and I couldn't see it. But the guy next to us, he took his phone, took pictures, and showed it to us. So that was very sweet. But yeah, I didn't get much stitching done. So it was aggravating my elbow. Also, I love my threads long, so it was very hard to pull. I had to go like little by little. Um, but yeah, I just ended up taking a quick nap for a bit, and then we landed. Um, got to the airport. It is super tiny. And then Sherry and her husband gave us a ride to the hotel. We stayed out where the event was going to be, which is the Woodcliff Hotel and Spa. It was, I don't know how to describe the hotel, but our hotel had a bug. It had a spider. And so the first day I had to call downstairs. They couldn't change our rooms because they said that the hotel is completely packed, which it was. There was a wedding happening the same weekend, and then there was a conference happening, which is Mother of Twins, that apparently has been around for 35 years. So there was no way we were gonna get a different room. And the guy was like, I can come upstairs and kill it for you if you'd like. So we were like, yes, please come. And so he came with like a giant box of Kleenex, and he like was like, where's the spider? And we pointed. It was quite big, okay? It was like this big. That's quite big. Um, Jordan said that the guy was kind of shaking as he killed the spider. So I'm glad to know that even he was a little bit, you know, nervous to kill it. Yeah. And then that first night, Thursday, we met up with Rika, the House of Stitch and Stash, and Jessica, Sweetwater Stitcher. We went out to dinner. We went out to an Italian restaurant, Boccaccino's. It was good. It was the longest service ever, because the waitress kept disappearing for a very long time. So we ended up having dinner for like 2.5 hours, or at least it felt like that. Then we went to Target, picked up some last minute things. And then the next day was the first day of the retreat. So the retreat wasn't going to open until 1 o'clock, and then registration starts at 3. And so Rika and Jessica ended up doing the shopping their first day because they got in earlier. We didn't get in until 4, and Hobby House was only open till 6. And so we knew we weren't going to make it during day 1, but they went ahead and did because they got there a lot earlier, and basically assessed the situation for us. So we went the next day. We said, okay, let's go there as soon as they open. And so that way we stay till like 12:30, and then we're good to go. We can go right as the stitching room opens. So yeah, that was what ended up happening. I got so much stuff. I'm so excited. And then Sherry and her friend Tiffany ended up saving us our table towards the edge, which was great. And then we were joined by another stitcher named Tamra, and so that made up our group. So our table, we were table 13. We had Sherry, Tiffany, Tamra, Rika, Jessica, and Jordan. So that was us. It was so nice. There were so many people that came up to us. So many people asked to take pictures. Please send me a copy of the pictures that we took if you were one of them. Yeah, there were so many. I apologize if I missed you, but there were just so many also names. But I met Vivian, Deb, the 2 ladies from Born to Stitch, Amy and Eda, Marianne. I also met Michelle Bird. I got to talk to her this weekend. That was amazing. I saw Mary Gordon again. Judy, Lana, she showed me her spring fling. That was super cute. Lisa of L Snaps, and Cindy. So I'm sorry if I missed you in this list of names. I did not start taking down notes until the second day, so I may have missed you if you said hi to me during the first day, but I appreciate every single one of you. That was a lot of people, so thank you all so much. I also was fangirling because Brenda and Laura was there from Brenda and the Serial Starters, and that was super cute. We got to take pictures. And yeah, all of the pictures are going to be at the end of this video if you'd like to see. I also took a video of the model stitches from Plum Street. Unfortunately, I didn't get to take it during the time that they put up everything, including Beth's. So by the time I wanted to do it, there was just so many people and it was dark. So I went back Sunday, but Sunday they really only have Paulette's pieces out. So that's the video that I took, but I will include that in case you'd like to see. Yeah, Friday night there was a band. I can't remember the name of the band, but the band was there. It was very fun. There were a lot of people dancing. I didn't know Stitchers are that wild. I'm gonna also post a video. There was also a conga line at one point. That was super funny. Yeah, the band was great. They tried to do a lot of variations of songs. So there were some songs that I do know. I know there were a lot of songs from the 80s, but there were some songs that I do know. So that was fun. There was open bar for all 3 days. And yeah, and then Saturday we got to see the model and all of that stuff. Got to stitch it, and then Sunday everybody went home. Jordan and I ended up staying because our flight was Monday, and so we got to say goodbye to everybody, and then we were just stitching out in the lobby at the hotel. And Beth was there, so that was fun. Got to chat with her for a bit and get to know her. Okay, so I've rambled on and on and on, and I'm sure I missed some details, but let me just show you everything that I got, including like what I packed, things like that, so you can see. And what I ended up stitching, I had to finish, just a spoiler alert. Okay, so first of all, a lot of you ask what I bring. So this is my travel bag. This is from, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Dagny Dover, but this is my bag that I take with me. It's basically my carry-on. This is the project bag that I ended up bringing. I stuffed this with projects. And so, first off, I have all the projects that I ended up bringing. So, Babushka's Blossom, Adorn Your Heart, and then I took off some of my charts already. Let's see. Yes, I also brought Tomato Sampler, which I did not end up starting, but it was just there as a backup. And I'll show you as I get more. I didn't end up touching Adorn Your Heart. I got some stuff done for Babushka. Look at that, y'all. I finished the pumpkin. I finally did it. This pumpkin took so long to do that when I finished the pumpkin, I was so happy. I was just like, I finally finished it. And then I did this whole side Sunday when everybody left. So I'm pretty much almost done. I just need the same thing on this side and like a few flowers off this tree, and this will be done. So this will definitely be a finish. I don't know if I'm gonna pick this back up again until September, which is the month that I reserved this for, but we'll see. If I am inkling for a finish, I might just go ahead and pick this back up. But so far so good. I was very productive at this retreat. I had so much done. And then what else? I got this as a retreat gift. It was super cute. It's like a jar of buttons and a button sticker or a spool sticker. So that's very cute. What else? I had a bunch of stuff. So that's what I carried with me. Okay, I got this chocolates from Tamra from my table gift. So that's nice. I got that. And then, let's see. Shall we go ahead and go through my big luggage? So this is basically, I bought a medium suitcase, and the medium, pretty much half of that was filled with stitching stuff and a little spillover. So what else? Let me open this up. I brought with me my 2 lights. I brought 2 lights, which was actually good because it was very dark where we were at. So Friday, especially Saturday, it was very gloomy, super windy. I thought at one point the roof was gonna come apart from where the event center was. It looked like a Great British Bake Off tent, like the big white tent that you see in the series. That was pretty much what we were in. And so it was super windy Saturday. And then that means like it was also extra dark, and so these lights very much came in handy. This is one of the lights that I have. This is Daylight Foldigo. So some of you have asked me what kind of light that I bring. So I have 2. This is the one that's heavy, so it looks like this. You fold, you can raise it, and then yeah, you can, you know, raise it. The only thing with this is this one is heavy and there is no magnifier. So I know some people need a magnifier, but it is very travel friendly because it folds up super nicely. It is quite heavy though. It's pretty heavy. It's at least 3 pounds. So it does weigh you down. I'm trying to pull it up. The other light that I have, which a lot of stitchers have, this bag is from I'd Rather Be Stitching by Emily Michelle. You can find her on Instagram, but I bought that from her. This is for my other light, which is another daylight, but this one is the Daylight Halo Go. So it just folds up like that, and then like this. So this one is one height only, but you can pretty much, you know, move the light to whatever. And then the good thing with this is it does have a magnifier at the top. So I like this personally a little bit more than the Foldigo, but I bring both to retreats because I also tend to stitch with them all day long, and so I like that I can start off with this and then have the other one charged, so by the time this dies I have a backup light, and then this then becomes charged. So that's the light. Oh, so many things. I of course brought my Velky Patoki. This is from Chicks and Stitches, the holder, but a lot of you have asked me about the about the Velky. So this is the Velky Mini, and so I've had this since 2020, still love it. I bring this to retreats all the time, and so yeah, I brought this over. You guys got to see it in action. Rika has the modern stand, so you were able to see the difference. But yeah, I brought mine directly from Velky, but now Hobby House does stock these. You just have to be very quick because they do sell out fast. That's my Velky. Okay, so my roommate was Jordan, so she actually brought me this super cute tin to house our like 103s, because we are in our Hands Across the Sea sampler era. This is super cute. She got these off Temu, so she bought me two. So this one and then this one is just super adorable. So I'm glad it made it home safely. And I actually, I filled this up. My dog is just right underneath. This was a part of Jordan's gift. She always gives out caramels from her hometown. They are delicious. So I'm actually gonna put it in this tin. Let's see, what else is in here? These are my leftover flosses from my Tomato Hill, which you're gonna see in a minute. I ended up purchasing this needle case book. This is again from Winterberry, which is really cute. And you can put like needles in here. I'm actually gonna put my credit card in here because I don't have a small enough wallet for my credit card. So I actually just bought this Lululemon bag and all my credit card is just in it without any holder. So I bought this. This is again from Winterberry, who, by the way, I did not realize that Kathy from Hobby House created the Winterberry line. For some reason, I thought it was Nicola from Hands Across the Sea because she always has them. But no, the Winterberries are from Kathy Mills and they are amazing. I also bought this keepsake from Hobby House. I wanted something to remember the strip by, so I bought this ruler where you can also put like floss, but I'm just gonna use it to accessorize my Winterberry. So it does say Hobby House Needleworks. I wish they had a corner gauge, but they were already out. Jordan also brought this for me. This is from the Stitching Gnome. Apparently, like, you wear it in here and it's basically magnetized, so you can put your scissor where your shirt is so you never lose it. So I'm excited to try it out. I'll probably bring this over to Amana with me. It's a giant frog. And then I bought a bunch of flosses from Hobby House. I only really bought Belle Soie, like I only bought silks. So here's some silks that I purchased. These are Belle Soie. I'm gonna show you what they're for, but I'm super excited to use these. I also caved and got my first set of NPI silks. People can't stop raving about these NPI, so I'm super excited to get those. All right, this is gonna be like a mix of everything. So I purchased this key ring from Hobby House, Sampling of Memories. It's a thread keep. Let me take it out so you can see. What's nice about it is it comes with a key ring, and then here it is. It's super cute. It's like a very nice like sampler house in there. And then yeah, it's just super cute. So yeah, I purchased that, and then it came with a key ring, which was really great. So I bought that. I'm gonna put that away. This is the winter berry that I ended up bringing because a lot of people wanted to see what the lining looks like, but everybody did have the floor model, so you could see it in person at Hobby House. But oh, it's a hot mess right now. But this is what my winter berry case looked like. Someone, I did not get their name, but someone came around and bought these library cards that you can basically put like the details of your project in a project bag. So someone dropped those off. Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher, for her table gift, she gave the magnet button that says Sweetwater Stitcher, and she also made all of us this tin, which is super nice. Let's see, I can't even get it to open right now. Am I opening it right? Yes. And so I ended up putting my needles in there. There was a mother-daughter that came and basically made everybody this. Oh, Chiminising Stitchers Guild, Kathleen Tamarish and Dawn, Christian Island, Ontario, up in Canada. So I picked up the owl, which is super cute. And then Jordan from her caramels also gave us a pair of scissors. I took the orange one because I don't have that color. Let's see what else. Someone also came and gave these out. These are magnetized. Again, not gonna take it out, but this one is a cute bee in a hoop. And then someone gave this frog that says New York on it and a mint. Oh, and she also gave us a Texas pin. So that's my winterberry case. I'm gonna probably switch out the color soon. What else? All right, so in terms of other shopping, I did place a pre-order pickup when we were there because I was very nervous they were going to run out of fabrics, which they did. I came in Friday and a lot of the fabrics were already out, but I did manage because I placed a pre-order. I pre-ordered 40 count sandcastle. This is from Fox and Rabbit. This is their newest color from Market. And so I got a 40 count cut of it. It is gorgeous. Very nice neutral color. So that's 40 count. 40 count. I also got the 36 count color, which is pretty much the same. And then I picked up 36 count Dolly Madison from Needle and Flax. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. I'm glad I picked this up. Excuse me, because it was already gone when I went to the store. So I did that. So that was my pre-order. Now, went crazy. So actually I ended up going to Hobby House twice. We went Friday and Saturday. Friday was the very big shopping. We were there from 10 o'clock. I finished checking out at 1:15. To be fair though, I was at the checkout line for about 45 minutes. The way that they do their checkout line is to make sure that the inventory is correct. They actually have to plug in every single time. So as you can see, I bought a lot of flosses and they had to basically do that one by one, which was crazy. So that took a while. Shopping at Hobby House was fantastic. It was basically a dream come true. I think the one thing I have to say is the way that they have the threads laid out is a little bit, it deters you from really kitting up things, only because they have it in numerical order, not by alphabetical. And so, or sometimes it's by the it's numerical within that color scheme. So if you don't know what the color is, then it gets really confusing where to find it. So it took me a while to kit up some things while I was there, because I had no idea. Like for the NPIs, I was kitting it for Rachel Howells by the Scarlet House, and the Scarlet House only has the numbers, so it doesn't even say what color it is. So I had to basically look up 1, 2, 3 stitch, look at what color it is, and then find it on the wall. It took a lot longer. Anyway, I bought a few more fabrics. I bought a lot more fabrics the last 2 days. So I picked up 40 count cow fodder by Dames of the Needle. It is beautiful. I picked up this, does not have a tag. I'm not sure what color this is. I'll come back to that. This is 46 count tephra. This is gorgeous, 46 count. I did look at the holes before I bought it to make sure I can stitch on it. This one's pretty good. I purchased a fat half of 46 count light hazelnut from XJU Designs. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Beautiful. I'm in my hats era, so I've been trying to get more 46 count because a lot of I want a lot of those to be on 40 and 46. I picked up a fat quarter of Latte by Fiber on a Whim. I love Latte. I love that color. I picked up a quarter of 40 count Creme Brulee by Tabby Cat. This is the, I believe this is the subdued version. So I picked this up for, oh sorry, this is Thornfield. This is 40 count Thornfield by Needle and a Flax. For some reason I thought this was Creme Brulee. Okay, 40 count Thornfield by Needle and Flax. This is 36 count Wren by Picture This Plus, because for some reason I do not have Wren in a fat quarter. I only have it in a fat 8. So pick that up. Gorgeous. 36 count Muddy Duck by Tabby Cat. It is a beautiful color. Okay, this is Creme Brulee by Tabby Cat. This is 46 count. And I bought this for Florence Dickinson, which is a hats exclusive. So this is the fabric for that. I don't think this is the subdued, but it's okay. It's gonna look gorgeous. Oh, I found more. Okay. I found a fat 8 of 36 count light hazelnut by XJU. I really need to get a quarter or even a half of this because it's a gorgeous color. Light hazelnut. Okay, which I think, yes, so that would mean this is the 56 count. This is my very first 56 count piece. Jordan and I split a half, so this is 56 count. A little scary. This is 46 count Squirrel Nutkin by Tabby Cat. Again, gorgeous. This is only a fat 8, which is fine because it's on 46, and a lot of, by the time you get to 46, a lot are 8. Here's that. And then I got a quarter of Patriots Brew 36 count. Jessica and Rika started in friendship, and I had the entire kit. Like, I had the chart kitted up here at home, so I said I'll join them when I get home. So I picked up that fabric, which is the called for. Then I got a 36 count of the Cow Fodder by Dames of the Needle. That was so fun. All right. And then for charts, I picked up this chart by Chessie and Me. This is called Stitching Sister. And I thought this would be a super fun thing to make for like a smalls exchange or even a friendship piece where you give it to your friend. So it says here, from my humble hand to yours, more than friends, we're stitching sisters. So I thought this was super duper cute. And so I picked up a copy. This is what Creme Brulee is for. This is called Florence Mary Dickinson. This is another Hands Across the Sea exclusive, and so you can only get this as Hands Across the Sea, and once they're out of print, they're out. They're not gonna remake it. You cannot buy it at Hands Across the Sea either, and so I'm excited to get a copy of that. I don't know where I've been living, but I have never seen this chart before, so I went ahead and got it. This is called A Gentleman's Daughter. I love everything about this. I even love that it has the British flag. So I love that so much. A Gentleman's Daughter. I also picked up Summer Delivery, which is something I'll be starting this July. Or maybe Flag Flock. Or maybe both. I picked up Blue Skin. I have Nelson already, and this is the companion piece for that. This is Blue Skin. This one I have been wanting forever, and I finally got a copy. This is Cotton Bird. I just love this so much. It's so good. And then I picked up a copy of Anne Topley 1802 by the Scarlet House, and you cannot tell me this is not the perfect companion for Jessie Ormiston. So I picked up the copy of this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just use the same threads that I used for Jessie to stitch this. So I'm super excited to do that. I have to get another cut of 18th Century Blackbird just so they're together, but it's so good. I'm super excited. And then the silks, this is for Anne Chilton 1847. So a lot of the silks that I got is for this. And yeah, it's so good. And then, I know I keep saying, and then there's gonna be a lot of that. So, I was at the front of the store, like browsing as you get in, and they have this model stitch of Hobby House, and it was just so good. I don't know if let's see if my phone has transferred the pictures yet. Yes, it did. But basically there was this picture. This model was at the front of the store, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I was like, oh my god, that looks so good. And coincidentally, I was there with a stitcher who brought their husband, and the husband was like, sir, where can she find this chart? Who is like asking Todd. And so Todd was like, oh yeah, we have some, but you know, it comes with 2 charts. And so he and Todd ended up grabbing chart, and I was like, can I also get a copy? And so it was so good. And then the husband was looking at the chart, and when he lifted it, I noticed there was something in the back. And so when I read the back, there was a silk conversion for the piece. So I went ahead and kitted it up. So first of all, the chart is from Heartstring Samplery. It is an exclusive for Hobby House. It's an adaptation of an old sampler. So this is the pattern. It is Hobby House Landing by Heartstring Samplery. It's an exclusive, and it actually says that it was a reproduction of Hannah Woodward 1829, like an adaptation. So this is what the original sampler looked like, and then Beth adopted it to look like this. So it was so good. So when you get the pattern, when you buy the pattern, it's actually 2. So you get the adaptation by Beth that has the Hobby House, and then you also get the original pattern. So that was super nice. I went ahead and bought all of the flosses. This isn't all of it because some of the colors were out of stock. I just have to pick it up. And then in the back it says that the suggested fabric for this is 40 count maple bar by Cedar River. So I grabbed another piece of it to use, and so I'm super excited. Honestly, I don't know if I would have picked up this pattern if I did not see the model stitch. It is just so good. I'm super excited for that. So I feel like I'm missing something. It says that I know I purchased Overcast, but I did not see that anywhere. We're gonna see if we end up finding my missing fabric. Okay, so Tomato Hill. I ended up starting and finishing this project at the retreat. It was so cute. I absolutely could not put it down. And so, like, I started Tomato Hill Friday afternoon when we sat down at the retreat. As soon as we got our table, I got started on it, and then I finished it the very next day. So here is my finished piece of Tomato Hill. It is so cute. This is stitched on 36 count exemplar by Lakeside Linens. I had an odd cut, not odd cut, but I had like a weird cut. So I thought it was perfect. So yeah, I finished it. It was so good, I could not put it down. So this is my very first finish at a retreat. So I'm super excited. What else? Okay, so the charts that we got at the retreat. This is Annabella's, which is also called Hobby House Landing. So I don't think she ended up coming to the retreat, but yeah, this is the pattern. Annabella's became as strangers and left as friends. So there's that. And then, as I mentioned, Teresa Baird ended up giving us something for the retreat. This is called a Scottish friendship pin cushion. And it's great. So Teresa's company is called Heart's Ease Exemplar Works, in case you're wondering. And this is the pin cushion that she charted for us. It's so good. There's a lot of specialty stitches. So according to this, there's Algerian eyelet over 6 threads, road stitches over 4 threads, a ladder stitch, and back stitch. I don't think I've ever done a ladder stitch, so that will be interesting. So there's that. And of course, the collaboration piece between Paulette and Beth is this. This is Henry to Lucy by Plum Street, and then Lucy to Henry. And so you can make this however you want it. These are basically about love letters between Henry and Lucy. And you can make it like however you want it to be. And so when they gave us the kit, so first of all, we got this pouch from Hobby House, and it has all of the threads that we need for both the charts. And then they gave us this piece of fabric. This is Southern Pecan by Dames of the Needle. Mine is on 36 count. And the way that they did this is a very long fabric. It looks like a scroll, right? So they did a few models of this, and I will put it in my ending video, but you can basically stitch these as individual pillows. And then the pattern from Beth actually has the extra quotes in it for you to stitch, so you can make 4 pillows out of it. And then the other one is you can make this into a very long like bell pull if you want it that way. And that there is also a model stitch for that. So that's beautiful. I absolutely love this fabric. I would actually purchase this. And you can also, at the end, because they had extra fabrics, you could buy other counts, or like if you want extras. I didn't, just because I bought a lot of fabrics already, but that was a good idea. It was also pretty affordable. Like this costed $20 if you wanted to buy another one. But yeah, I really like it. I didn't start mine because I actually wanted it into a rectangle, but some of these are not the same. Like Lucy is really tall versus Henry, and so you can't put them together because Henry is gonna be so tiny next to Lucy. So I have to figure out how I want to stitch this up. Originally, I even sketched how I wanted it. I even did this sketch. I showed it to Beth, and Beth was like, oh yeah, I think it can work. But yeah, I just need to figure it out to make sure like everything lines up. And then they have the best borders. Like, look at that border with the blue and yellow flowers. There's the patriotic banner at the top. And then in here, look at this border right here and then right down there. So it's really hard to choose a border. Personally, I would probably do all of them. But again, I need to light it up. What else did they give us? We got this bag from Hobby House, which is really sturdy. I actually wish that they just gave that to us during the they did give it to us during the first day, but I wish it was there when we checked in at the hotel, because that would have made a really good shopping bag. They printed out the events in a cardboard paper. What else do I have? This is Sherry's table gift for us, which is super cute. Oh, okay. I am not missing a fabric. This is my bad. This is Overcast, 46 count Overcast by Cedar River. This is not light hazelnut. This is light hazelnut, 56 count. Oh, the holes are small. Okay, I found it. That's the piece I split with Jordan. Oh, a few more goodies. I actually stuck it inside. I stuck it inside this bag, but I got a few skeins of Garden Gate. Y'all, Hobby House has Garden Gate. They have so much. I bought 4. I don't know where the other 2 is, but I bought 4 skeins of Garden Gate. Hobby House has it. Grace Notes Fabric was at the retreat, so they actually went around the table and gave ornament size cuts of linen. So I got this blue, and then I took Jordan's because she said she's not going to use it. So I have 2. I bought this charm. I bought 2 of these strawberry keychains. They would look really cute in my winter berries. So I got this one with the daisy. And I also bought this one, the red one that does not have any charm on it. Super cute. Okay, inside Sherry's kit, some pack of tissues, scissors. I got this hydrating cream, which is much needed. Some Singles hand sanitizers, another wand, which came in handy because I kept dropping stuff on the floor. A highlighter. This is super cute. I'm gonna use this at home. This is a straw cover. It's a duck, so I'm gonna use that. Let's see. Trying to see if it will work. Yep. Or no. I might have to use it for a different kind, but it's probably too big for my Stanley. Comes with some acrylics. I already labeled mine because this is what I'm going to use for when I transferred the flosses for Henry and Lucy. A nail file and this gorgeous maple leaf 40 strand hand dyed embroidery silk floss from Fiberlicious Yummy Fiber. So I'm excited. Thank you so much, Sherry. Oh, this lady came. She's so funny. Her name is Patty the quilt lady, and she made these bags. And she's so funny. She basically said, I was supposed to make 8 and I ended up making 80. So she went around giving out these bags, which I ended up filling with my floss salad bag, which I'm gonna now just keep bringing to retreat to give out for people. What else is in here? I think I got everything. This is my name tag. Oh, this Ort jar that was also a garbage bin for me at the retreat. This is from Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher. Oh, I almost missed some. Oh, sorry. Rika gave us these scissor fobs. So she said she handmade these. This is so cute. So I put it in my Premax scissors. I have another Premax which actually has Jessica's scissor fob on it. So twinsies. I can't believe I almost forgot this. But the other two that I got are the two Winterberry toolbox kits. So the reason why I ended up getting two, I was going to buy the purple Winterberry, the one that I have in red. I was going to buy the purple because I didn't have any. But then we were talking about it and Rika basically said like, look, it's going to fit the 103s perfectly. So I ended up buying two. And guess what? Guess what, y'all? Guess what? Look at that! It fits! These are the flosses for Florence May Dickinson that I purchased from Hobby House. And then what I did is I ended up putting everything in here and checking out with it. And then the Hobby House ladies were like, that's such a good idea. And so we told them that they need their models to have this so that people can see like that's what I need the Winterberry for. So yeah, I bought the one that's like the robin's egg color. And then I also bought the indigo one, which if you look has the purple in it. So that was so good. All right, y'all, that is it for my recap. So stay tuned to the end. You're gonna see all the pictures and videos for this retreat. Thank you all so much for staying tuned with me. I hope that you enjoyed my Hobby House recap, and I can't wait for the next retreat. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye now.